Then we are already live on YouTube. Should I start the recording? I'm starting the recording.
Yeah.
And we are ready to start. Все, друзья, через 15 секунд включится перевод. Кому нужен перевод, надо нажать специальную кнопочку. Сам по себе он не включится. Все как всегда.
The different channel, they have their voices. The
Yeah.
French channel is okay.
Yeah.
J'espère que vous pouvez m'entendre.
Okay, I'm activating now.
Something because it's too low, I guess. It's okay. Stop it. Drop it. I'll manage. I don't think you will hear it. Okay. Palm together. Very good. Palm together. See everybody. Inhale deep. Namo. 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 Ad Gure Name, Sugat Gure Name, Sad Gure Name, Siri Gurudeve Name. Ad Gure Name, Sugat Gure Name, Sad Gure Name, Siri Gurudeve Name. Ad Gure Name, Sugat Gure Name, Sad Gure Name, Siri Gurudeve Name. So first, so happy to see all of you, and I probably might not be able to recognize everyone, but I see many, many of you. Yeah, Waheguru, Waheguru. Happy New Year to everyone. This is an amazing time. So great to meet from all over the world and to face this historical moment. So thank you for being here. And more than ever, this year we will need to hold on together. So if I just go with the number, which is usually what I start with, is the 25, we have a 7, we have a 5, and then the thousands of years is at number 2, so we have 9. 7 and 2 makes a 9. So I want to use this referral 5 for yourself, which is basically your physical body needs attention this year. So as we practice Kundalini Yoga, you must be ahead of time. So it's time to strengthen your nerves and your glandular system. This is a very old story already. And whatever sign or signal you see, the change in the solar system and the intensity of solar flares this year and coming are affecting our physical health. So you may have insomnia or difficulty or tiredness or this kind of symptom. It's not that you're wrong, it's just you are now your physical body trying to adjust to the change also with the magnetic field of the planet. So, but what I mean by this is physical is calling, stalking, and just put attention on that dimension to take care of your health. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm counting the 725 is 7 altogether, 5 and 2. So this is really already moving into more a collective consciousness. It doesn't mean necessarily the humanity as a global altogether, but it's by unit, by I would say communities, but it can be like French communities, it can be smaller, but it's already a size bigger than you because it's the second rank, 25. So 7, what it represents, when it is aligned, and it's the number that shows the choreography for a dance. Yeah, it shows the structure, the organization, and the flow within an organization. So we are an institution. We are human beings living in a group consciousness, and that is going to be targeted. But as it is in a karmic place, is not a plus, it's a minus. So what it means, very simple, chaos. If you start trying to dance with missing steps, you're gonna step on the toes of somebody else. So chaos means, so people who have 7 in karma, they know what I'm talking about, because they're always looking for like the book that are, on the shelf in the kitchen and the cleaning product that is somewhere else. Nothing is in the right place. So you're always confused and lost your track. And some people are so used to live like this that the disorder is not the problem. They adapt. But what we can see today is how do we recognize this kind of chaos? So we have an old ancient Latino says that ordo abe chaos. That means the order. So this is the matrix, the human matrix I'm talking about. We are all connected in a psychomorphic field through our mind. And the thoughts we validate and we produce in our mind are actually part of a collective field of thinking. So you think, I think like this, but as the minute you think like this, it becomes a part of the collective way of thinking. So when you see the situation on the planet today and how many millions of people are derooted and totally in disorder and dispersion, you can imagine that our collective psychic is affecting every individual very badly, very strongly. So what is this human matrix or psychomorphic field is the sort of a totality of thinking of human beings on the planet. Thinking means not only thought and theory, it means what you feel about things and where you validate your impulse to choose for your life. So it's very, very powerful field. So how do we recognize the sign of a chaos? Is of course socially is a terrible instability, and we can see this all over the world. Disorder, we hardly can maintain the order and the security. Dispersion, entropy, emptiness. We have no motivation. This society doesn't give us any option for the future. There is no perspective. So there is a sense of emptiness between us and for us, each individual, and death. Massive death. There are people dying all over the place. Yeah. So these are signs that the chaos is subtly entering, and it's in all direction. It's not just one place or one big war like we love them, the First World War, the Second World War. This has nothing to do with this. It's completely different. It's popping up all over the place. So mentally, I think if you have a little bit sense of humor, there's a lot of humor watching people fighting for extreme opposite theses. You know, in France, it's typical. We don't have now right and left. We have at least three. The middle is big, and the middle is flying left, right. Nobody knows. Those who were thinking right now, they're thinking of the right close to the left. People thinking the left are moving. So it's a total chaos, but they fight for extreme opposite position. Yeah. So this is the characteristic of the mental unclarity, and how we intellectualize the reality, and we produce just nonsense, you know, unsolvable situation. I mean, now we're changing in France 3 times prime minister, and it's going to come out. So we're going to have 108 maybe. So emotionally, the stress and the fear, this wave of fear of the unknown, the insecurity, anxiety, and it's balanced by anger, frustration and anger. People are barking like dogs in the street. They're reactive. They're hopeless. So I need a solution now. We have been trained. We have been in this sort of cocoon world where people want a solution. It should be a solution. People, leaders must find a solution, but now there is a world with no solution. So if you are in this position, emotionally needed an immediate solution, you are in trouble. So emotionally, you're going to get depressed. And there are many depression growing very high. Energetic is based on, you know, this is the thousands of years of gender war. Feminine and masculine energy are fighting like crazy. And this is almost worse than any time. So we are draining our energy instead of our differences could support a synergy and a mutual dance, like the Tantra should be our vehicle. This is the teaching of now. We're going for fight. So the gender war is another place where we massively are losing our energy. And that brings to terrorism, the terror, the vengeance, the last bit of colonialism spirit, you know, to conquer others' resources to benefit for yourself, exploitation for profit, etc., is increasing. So the mismanagement of energy brings us to the mismanagement of the planet to a certain degree, where we even think that the ecological catastrophe is based on us, which I think it's a joke. When we look in the past, how the glacier era came to us, I mean, we are just like an ant, nobody on this planet. So even if we put gas and I don't know how many tons of carbon dioxide, the change on this planet is much, much bigger than we think. So these are many signs that are practical. This is not a propaganda for anxiety. It's just our daily life. I mean, if you look at these signs, you can see that there is something, and it's increasing from last year. In the last 3 months, it has been so intense. So this tendency for next year is just bringing us, we are in the flow. So this is where I want to make a distinction between the human matrix, which is how we condition globally each other by the priority of our belief system. This is one matrix. And the other matrix is that there is an order that doesn't balance the chaos. It is an ultimate order, a Maha order. If you look from beyond the time and space where we're living in on this planet, there are so many other dimensions. And when you look at I would say, the symphony of the galaxies, I mean, who is there to create chaos at that level? The order is there since day one, and there is no beginning and no end. That means the order is in resonance with the oneness. This is one of the first principles of the Kybalion. So oneness cannot be destabilized, cannot be broken, cannot be confused. What holds the whole thing is one. And every single creature or production from the creativity of the one is definitely in resonance with the oneness. So what we have is a snapshot of a chaos, which is this pendulum movement of time on the earth, where it moves regularly from one side to the other side. And at the moment, on this level of time and space, we are moving on an extreme of this pendulum until he go for the other side. It's an image, but do you understand what I mean? Is the point that holds the pendulum, he doesn't move, yeah? The reference of the whole creation, it's so stable, so permanent, and beyond circumstances, so this order cannot move into any sort of disorder. This is the absolute order, and nobody has any sort of power to change this. It's the unmovable, the permanence, what the Tibetan they call permanence, yeah? This has been here, will be here. That Nanak says, Ekankar Satnam. It is here, it have been here in the past, will be here forever. That's the truth, yeah? But now, in our level, we're living a sort of a movie, yeah? We are in a movie of time and space, and we collectively, all individuals, create this matrix of our own cage of mind, collective. And whether you are entangled in this collective way of thinking, based on your culture, based on the family frame, based on your local way of developing your economy and how you survive, you definitely depend on people and a network of people who think a certain way around you. So we are all depending on each other. And that the matrix I was talking, that is actually now holding a sort of a heavy dissonance. Yeah. So I guess you understand what I'm talking about. So one aspect and parameters, we already said it 20 years ago, is the increase, the acceleration of the propagation of information. As soon as somebody thinks something, the whole planet knows about it in the next second, yeah? And it is analyzed, it is compared by system, by a database. So, of course, we have majority egotic interpretation of the events. The news are constantly fake news, whatever we say, even the factual doesn't mean a thing, yeah? But it is a bombardment constant of factual that actually one next to the other doesn't make any sense. But we need to make sense. And we are targeted as individuals to be touched by this intoxication by information, over information. And the volume of contradiction that we need to deal with, I am sorry to tell you the truth, computer can do better than us. Because now this virtual intelligence is so performant that it can think faster than you, analyze thousands of information in the second, and give you a conclusion that you may take 10 years. Yeah. So we are becoming obsolete human being before becoming true human. You understand the drama? It's incredible. We didn't take the time to fully embrace who is a human being to become obsolete from a ersatz for a etheric brain, yeah, this intelligence, artificial intelligence. So this is going to introduce a level of confusion you have no idea. Power 1000, yeah. So the question is, should I subordinate myself to this matrix, or how can I find a way out of this chaos? Yeah, and this is requiring extreme energy, self-sufficient energy. So we urgently need to come out of the neediness to get our energy from outside the city, the society, the other people, and start, like we have been practicing in Kundalini Yoga, become yourself a source of dispersion of energy, of dispensation of energy. You know, we can live our life as a beggar depending on the matrix around us, or we can be somebody who comes and share and nourish and contribute to the matrix. So this is really an incredible dilemma. So whether we end up in an absolute slavery, dysfunctional human being, or we grow to a full scope of what is a human being in potential, in essence, that we hardly have discovered. So that's what they call the quantum loop. You know, we are facing an end. So that's the number 9. So I move from this 25-7, the establishment of chaos within the matrix of our psychic, our collective mind, into 9 ending. The best image for number 9 would be the season of autumn. You know, from the spring and the growing, the production of a form like a fruit, it takes all this season to go to maturity of shape. And then you have a time of containment where this fruit has already the full capacity, but is not ripe, yeah? And then you go through the fall, and at the end of the fall, why we call it this autumn fall, because the fruit, when they are ripe, they just fall if you don't do anything. So what it means, this fall, this now happened, the 9 concern the whole humanity. 2025, 9 is a totality of that. So it's not just local of community, it's really global. So we are going through a 9 experience during this year as a global level. So if you count from 1 to 10, the last different number is number 9. You have only 9 different possibilities in a decade, yes? Because in the 10, you have a 0, and then you can again put 9 different possibilities and so on until infinity. So therefore, there is no more than 9 family in this universe. It's a family of 1, family of 2, family of 3, family of 9s, yes? 9 possibilities. So what is 9 is the last one before 10. So this is why we call ending process. Huh? This is the last option of development of something before a mutation that will come through a 10, 1, 0, another kingdom. After 9, we don't know in this kingdom, there is no more to discover. So that's what it means. It means the fruit is ripe, it's going to fall. And what is a ripened fruit? He has produced seeds inside for perpetuation of the species, no? He has many more seeds than the tree. He comes from one tree, and now he has a potential to create many trees, different, yeah? But the fruit itself contains all the nutrition, the nutriment the seeds need through this long wintering when it falls on the earth until the condition will be back to awaken the seeds into a new tree. Do you understand the idea? It's the exact image where we are collectively. So we are falling from the tree. There will be a total decay process where things gonna rotten and disappear, but the concentration of all what we have learned the last 12,000 years will be in the seed, yeah? So we're never losing anything. It's just an incredible alchemy and transmutation, but also transmission of all the data through the seed. So we're not losing anything, even if we cannot write anything, if we're losing the computer and all that, the memory, the knowing of all that is definitely in the Akash. We cannot lose anything of our experience collective. But there will be a drastic change. You imagine from a fruit that was nicely in the tree, falling, transforming, and giving birth to seeds that has to grow when the conditions are there. So that's what we call the ending process. So there is this combination between chaos into order. That is, chaos has to happen, destruction has to happen for the shaping, the fruit, etc. And then the birth will come. But you can see, by example, 2027, it will be another 9. 27 is a 9. But this will be very close to us. This is like the end of the format of the individual we know now. So we have 2 years to move through an incredible transmutation and adaptation to a reality that might totally change shape. Yeah, that's my guess. In the Purana, in all the scripture, they call this the return of Shiva, and that's the dance of Shiva. So the first thing is we are shocked and afraid for this level of change that we cannot control. So the first thing is abdicate your sense of control. You can't control anything. And the ultimate order anyway will regulate the whole ceremony of mutation. Yeah? Chaos is symbolized traditionally with lead, you know, this metal that is a little bit soft and heavy and full of melas, you know, and then inside this lead, the pepite of gold can be seen by some consciousness who undertake this incredible journey to transmute the lead into gold. This is an allegory, but remember that in the midst of the chaos, the most precious essence is right there, ready to be liberated, ready to be freed. Yeah. So it all depends where you will concentrate your awareness, your consciousness, and more than ever, it is asked to be awakened, to be aware, not to fall asleep in the comfort zone. This will be probably dramatic. So a big cleansing process, a big transmutation process in many levels, in all levels, basically. So we can say we are entering, I'm not saying it will be finished by 25. I think we are really entering in an incredible transition period where things can drastically change, but really drastically and unexpectedly. So there is a race. I mean, when we face what this shaking, how does it impact people? I think the first thing we can say in the production of chaos, there is an increase of aggressivity, and the necessity to control, because those who are in charge, they really want to minimize the chaos and pretend that they can be in control, but it doesn't happen. So there will be an increasing of the egotic willpower. And this is exactly how not to understand the time. If you see the movement we are in, which is such a consequence of so many thousands of years, we just cannot, with our nail and teeth, hold on to control this. Is impossible. It's like a tsunami. How you want to swim in a tsunami? It's not possible. So the idea is to surrender our personal will to the divine will and go with the flow, go with the move. What is asked to us is to really subordinate our willpower to the divine will. And definitely many people will understand opposite. They will say, I need now to be the king on earth. I need to be 10 times more powerful. And they will take this as an act of courage, and it's an act of destruction, because then you have this polarization, and we already see happening the wrong people and the right people. It's unbelievable, but this is where we are going. So who is right? Who is wrong? You know, everybody. It's a nonsense. So the excess of judgment, but this is not happening only from government to individuals. It's happening among family, among community, among neighborhood. You know, everybody is in this boiling cauldron, trying to save his sanity in his mind and trying to continue to think rational, which doesn't make any sense anymore. Can we embrace the irrational? Can we drop our stupid logic that now reach an end and embrace what the universe wants to tell us? Because there is an intention behind these changes that is not wrong. You understand? The universe is not like playing to destroy us at all. There is a call for something different that we cannot understand with our intellect. It doesn't mean that this is a danger for us. You understand? The wrong translation is, if I don't know, if I don't control, then I'm totally afraid. And again, becoming brutal, expressing, I think, conflictual attitude. That's what we see everywhere. Repression, control, genocide, war, multiplication of zone war on the world is popping like mushroom everywhere. People fight against each other. So we definitely, to face this, to choose, this is your birthright. That's your free will. Choose the frequency you want to vibrate. I have said this already several times the last 3 months. Now is not even an option. We have, because what you vibrate affects everyone. If you vibrate stillness and peace, you have no idea how efficient is your frequency in the whole, through the matrix. You totally underestimate your value as a human being, your potential and your capacity to impact and influence the collective matrix instead of being manipulated or a slave of that matrix. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Emancipate yourself means I'm here to nourish the matrix consciously, and I decide to vibrate peace and stillness. So there is so many provocation, so many anxiety, fear, and anger all around us, between us, beyond our will. that constantly we need a technique to calm down. Because it's not the point to say, oh, no, I don't want to feel this. If you say that, that means you still generate that frequency, but you just hide it to yourself. You pretend you're not. The question is, when you start feeling angry, when you start to feel revolted or aggressive or wanting to take a powerful decision as a reaction, that's the time to do pranayama, really. It is not the time to get involved into action. It is time to face your own mind frequency and transform that frequency. And you are the only one who can do that. This cannot happen through a collective. This does not happen. It happens because you sit with yourself, you look into yourself, and you start to appreciate the level of disturbance, the level of anxiety, the fear, the projection of wanting to control, losing the control, and start to dissolve within yourself the feelings, that means the sensation and the emotion that are in reaction. That's what we have learned to practice in Kundalini Yoga is observe, accept, identify, and then decide. I don't need to vibrate like this. This is not my creation. I decide not to create that. We have that freedom. We know it. We have been trained for that. So now it's really important to practice this every day, every minute. So I suggest one practice to calm you down is these are exercise of grounding. Grounding means we are flying sausages in the air of Aquarius. The air element is predominant, and so we have lost our referential, and the planet Earth will bring you back always. And what is the planet Earth in you is your physical body. And your physical body is lucky when it breathes, isn't it? Every second you inhale and exhale. Isn't it an incredible magic? But we take this for granted. So if just you are disturbed, distracted, completely lost, just stop everything and just, we have a beautiful mantra we call Sat Nam, no? If you close your ears and listen to your breath when you inhale, you will identify the sound with Sa. Sa is a very creative, it brings life, yeah? Sat and Nam on the exhale. This is not just a fantasy meditation. It's extremely practical, and you can just stop everything, even close your ears, and listen the sound of your own breath. I promise you, in 3 minutes, the mood you were in is neutralized. 3 minutes, that's all it takes. So don't tell me 31-minute heavy meditation. Practice this Sat Nam meditation on the instant. Observe your breath, singing Sat and Nam. Focus on that for 3 minutes fully. And you come out of the matrix on the spot. Do you understand what I'm talking about? The other training to anticipate to be totally entranced in this matrix. Just early morning when you practice 1 minute breath. You remember that? We've got this technique. It's unbelievable. And many of you I know cannot even do this. 20-second inhale, 20-second hold the breath, 20-second exhale, and you saturate you can't do that. So do 15 seconds, but try and increase. But if you practice this breath, I tell you, 11 minutes to start your day. I'm selling cheap now. 11 minutes, good price. I tell you, it changed your day. 11 minutes of full focus on 1 minute breath, 11 breaths only. And I tell you, it changed your nervous system. It changed the way you see the world. It brings you stillness. And if you are under stress and heavy pressure, you should do this 5 times a day. Yeah, you just stop, take 10 minutes, and go for 1 minute breath, very deep. it takes you immediately, because the length of this breath, you cannot be dispersed and think of something else. When you do 1 minute breath, you're totally fusional with your breath, and you start a self-healing process on the spot. So these are very, very simple practice. They don't need many years of training, but they are super, super effective. So remain stillness, remain in peace with yourself. It's a must, really. You know, when you are in peace, you can absorb a lot of frequencies. If you yourself are already destabilized, where are you going to go? Yeah. So it's very, very important to honor your stage of stillness. So the idea of the ending and the chaos is like a request for us to hear this voice, this message that awakening now, it's not a project, it's not for tomorrow, it's not for a training I will do somewhere in the mountain. Awakening is for us every minute, every day, to take yourself out of this collective hypnosis and just awake to your own sense. We call it self-sensory system. Is how can you make sense of what you feel to make a clear choice, a clear decision, not to be reactive, not to produce more karma and imply other people in your decision, but really assume your decision for yourself. This is where it starts. If you honor your own integrity and sovereignty, this is absolutely fundamental. Realize you are a free human being with a free will and a free capacity to decide, and you need to honor that. You need to honor your sovereignty. You understand? So this is not something you can conquer through election. You are sovereign because you are embracing your potential. You are honoring your human value. And so when I was talking about that, we didn't discover even the beginning of what is to be human. There is an amazing field to open and to explore. What about choosing very deep human value? So chaos comes from being non-aware. This is exactly the same as non-conscious. There are many spiritual ways that qualify people in the normal world that they say they are dead alive. Yeah, you can see in the Sufi, in the Hindu, in the Tibetan tradition, Zen, these massive people sleeping because they are not aware. They live in the matrix, they follow the program, they have no sense they can exist by themselves. Yeah. So now it is a call for awakening, really. So how can we do this? We need to get out of this matrix. And I take the risk, but I tell you, if you stay entangled in this matrix, there will be no tomorrow. Yeah. It is time now, and it's still open. The doors are open. You still have that space where you can emancipate yourself. And already this takes a lot of determination, of discipline, and honoring the divine will before your will to really apply the value of your human characteristic. You remember in the, I don't know, those who did the training with us, we were sharing the vision of Shambhala. This is like human being who decide that on my heart and consciousness, I will never do any action that contribute to the chaos. So this is now the time highly to call the light warrior, spiritual warrior, to stand for this. I am not here lazy and letting things be, because if I do so, I facilitate the chaos. And I'm not fighting against the chaos. I'm just saying I will not invest any penny or any energy of my psychic potential into causing chaos, be part of that dispersion, chaos, and destruction. So therefore, I need to choose where can I invest my energy as we are on the context that is chaotic. You understand? And this is another challenge. Until now, the context was so-so, more or less rock and roll. But if it turns really chaotic, how can you still maintain your tranquility when you see drama all around you? So remember, in yoga, we consider this Mammon and Maya as an absolute movie. It's a movie. It's a hallucination. So, but the thing is, it touches you. So how can you stand in the middle of that confusion with equanimity? And in the ethics of the spiritual warrior, we call that, you know what? The sense of humor. This and the sense of humor is not at all to be sarcastic about people who are in trouble, because when you see what's going on somewhere, in Gaza or in Ukraine or wherever, how can you be sarcastic? This is not even conceivable. But how can you not lose the sense of humor? I mean, deeply your smile. You understand? What comes when you are a sailor? I don't know if some of you have ever sailed on a sailboat, and then you see these big black clouds coming to you, and you have two options. Just gonna lock myself in, put all the sails down, or I'm gonna negotiate with that storm, and I will smile to the sky. You understand what I'm saying? And if the waves are getting completely high, I'm gonna smile, and this is the only way you can go through the ocean. Don't lose your smile. Don't lose your face. Yeah. So you understand, it's quite complex to work around this sense of humor, but this is one of the deepest characteristics of the peaceful warrior. Is in the middle of the battlefield, when people are dying left and right, I keep smiling. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me how, but you can anticipate already before you are in a situation like this to really laugh about yourself. Even though you can be totally serious, but if you're not able to laugh about yourself, you really are already a slave of the matrix. Yeah. So focus on that, cultivate the sense of humor is so fundamental, because you're spreading around you a feeling of security, a feeling of easiness. Remember, there are many feelings that propagate collectively. When you see people who are comics, you go for a spectacle of comics, and you see in the room few people start laughing, and all of a sudden, bam, is a bomb of laughter. Yeah, so it is communicative. I remember some Tibetan monks, they could smile their whole day. It's like a kriya, they have cramps in their cheeks because they smiled even though they are not emotionally super happy. They are just smiling because it's part of their discipline. Do you understand? I owe other people to smile to them, so it will propagate that wave around you. So this is a fundamental element of how we can go through this year. In our history that we still hardly understand, there is in the Bible this reference to an Eden paradise place where Adam and Eve one day bite the apple, and since then we have fallen from that tree, from that heaven. So you see that the chaos, it was there already at the very early time of our humanity, and it's perpetuates itself constantly. So falling, it's part of the season of humanity. We go to a peak and then we fall, and then again. And this is completely a natural flow. So how can we maintain our status? How can we even grow more human in time of difficulty? It's really a chance. Do you see it this way? If you embrace the challenge, actually, you have more chance to be human than ever, because there is so many situations at hand where you can share your humanity instead of before you could hide yourself in a comfortable place. So we used to say, until you can rewrite the script of your own biography from such incredible of succession of drama into a script of a comedy, you are not a spiritual person. You understand? Life is a lila, it's a game, and more than ever, we need to remember that. So what is a true humankind is still a question. And I think if you take this at your heart to say, okay, now there is so much opening, that portal and that door is totally open for us to choose to be human. You understand? It's not about doing. So to be human has to be totally discovered. And it starts by re-evaluate our sense of unity. We will meet people more and more split in their conception about human, in their dependence on the matrix and their belief system. And we can only come of that instead of trying to search for people like you, or like people that are thinking like you, is to open your door to people you would actually hardly understand at first. Yeah. And to realize that our differences are not an enemy. This is the abundance of the divine that creates so many different human beings that are completely different. So we have an option to look at this difference as a bridge, a sense to realize the divine has so many facets that I have to drop to see the world only through my glasses and start to look at the world through others people that I would judge, condemn, or eliminate at first. Yeah. So this is one step in becoming human, is to remember we are one. Yogi Bhajan was saying that remember the other one is you. So it's very extreme. So of course he is you and different. But the thing is, how can you find the communality in the other, even they show up fully different, totally, exaggerately different? Yeah. So I think these are orientation of research. When I meet somebody foreign or strange or bizarre, because he is a woman and I'm a man, or because I'm a woman and I met a man, it's already super bizarre. But now, if you let them speak for 5 minutes, then you say, oh my God, how is it possible to think this way? So if you go beyond that, you're going to start to open a space of empathy that is not like bisounours, this is not something like I love you. No, I am aware, I am open, and I receive your frequency as you are, and start to feel this dissonance, how I am disturbed by your presence. And how can I expand myself to be more attuned with you? So one-to-one, this is the process we are going to face in this year. Individually, we need to open our scope to receive and welcome so many more differences than we ever have done before. Yeah. Imagine when people were living in a little village, they could just go a distance of a horse or walking distance, 30 kilometers. That was the confinement they were living in. Today, you just can connect with the whole planet instantly. So that for the challenge to open yourself to welcome others is much, much bigger, but it will bring us to a richness, seeing other facets of ourselves and including these other differences. We're going to enrich each other. So these are options, opposite to war, because if I believe this and those who don't believe that, they're wrong, I'm going to kill them all. This, I think, we have done this enough, isn't it? So we have to raise above that and find a new way to live for each other. And that's the quantum jump. We were just living for ourselves, save my skin, create a community or belong to a local community where I can save my skin. This time is over. We really have to change our approach. To be human means I am here for you and not to exploit you. So, I mean, if you start entering the human values and you look at the world today, you realize it is impossible that it continue the way it is, isn't it? So there is no sort of, evidence of drama. It is not dramatic. It's a necessity to move. We reach the end of this old world, and it has to change. And you can choose to be part of the change or to resist. That's the only choice we have. So each one of us is responsible for the totality. This is another crazy idea. One is all is one. Is this first principle of oneness, that if you alone, you are the whole humanity. Through you, you can experience, discover all the facets, and you are responsible of your contribution in the whole. So to be human in the Aquarian context, it is to be sovereign, responsible, and manifest your authority, not by power, but by your presence, by your consciousness. Spiritual authority, you don't gain by, manipulating people or overpower yourself to manipulate others. This is not the spiritual sovereignty and authority. People respect you because you make sense from your words and for your action. So honor your true self, honor your, be responsible for your step, for your position in life, for your values, and then you will observe that people around start to respect you, respect your authority. We need to come back to the old wisdom. This earth was and is still an incredible container of wisdom. It is still around us in this etheric, we call it the Akash. We need to plug in and drop the God of logic and intellectual logic and just plug into, human beings have been on this planet much, much long. And they have not been stupid, living in cave. They have been extremely advanced civilization, probably more advanced than we are today. So how can we be so, aggressive about ourselves and thinking we are the only one, the best in the whole universe? Is a nonsense. So we need to come down to a bit more humility and accept that we still have to develop, and the wisdom is at hand, is right there, the other side. If we trust that the human being can be wise, it will come back. So the connection with the earth and the gratitude for this planet we are sharing together will start to transform our relationship between each other. You understand? If we are not skeptical about the other one who want to eat up the apple on my tree, but this apple are for everybody, and we can share and we can take care of it, that's a complete different civilization. So I think we are at the very early morning of something terribly different and fantastically exciting. And of course, the transition will be painful. So through this the contingency of the change, the pain is not necessary. That's what I mean. The pain is that if you identify to the loss, but if you embrace what needs to go and accept that this is the shorter way to a better wisdom, a better collective living on this planet, then why would you fight against it? Huh? Just let it be and choose where you want to be. So I think this is a kind of a concentrate of what and there is so much to share. I mean, this is such an incredible time. I mean, we will continue every month to try to bring a bit more clarity. The last advice, and this is something it came through this 12th night, is that sadhana is the place, you know, this twilight zone between 4 and 6 in the morning. There is a time where the earth is breathing, is relaxing at the place of your meridian where you live. And this is a moment where we express our gratitude through our song, through our meditation, and through our practice. So I think if we want to contribute into the matrix to bring a good wave, positive wave, inspiring waves, you need to inspire yourself first. And the practice of sadhana is a beautiful practice you can do in the morning. And, you know, we had the tradition in the past, I mean, a long past, that every year we would have a combination of mantra to sing and to meditate. We call it Nam Simran, you know, to remember where we come from through collective singing and singing special mantra that are adapted for the time. So I thought for this time is now, instead of giving 3 exercises like traditionally and exceptionally for this one, I had the idea to create a checklist of 5 mantra to sing for sadhana, so you will have your hour for this year. So, I mean, it's a suggestion, and I wanted to introduce it now. So we will be online every morning between 4 and 6, and everybody can join, nourish this, we call it egregore, yeah? It's a collective field of positive psychic with extremely positive intention that to be with the divine will and to celebrate with gratitude the divine will that carry us. So if you are happy with that, I want to share this 5 meditation with you, but we'll do it shortly for now. And this is, I think, if we have a collective discipline that we share this moment, you can be in Russia or South America, and if we make a link around the planet, every meridian between 4 and 6, somebody is singing, then we create a undisrupt song, the song to God all around the planet. That was always a sort of a crazy dream. But you know what? It can happen. We are all over the place and we are connected. So we share our love, and that's how we can contribute. So the first mantra I suggest, it's an extremely powerful mantra, was given by Baba Siri Chand, the son of Guru Nanak, was a great yogi. And he gave us this access to how can we resonate with the beyond, with the unknown, so the unknown will reflect to us in a very known, clear way. In other words, if I am locked in this side of the picture, I will find obstacles and difficulties that are linked to the 3D. If I connect with the beyond, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 16 dimension, then this obstacle become absolutely dissolved. And that's the mantra Ekonkar Sadguru Prasad Ekonkar. It's not guru, it's gur. Gur it means it's a name, another name for sugar. The gur is this first extraction for the sugar cane that comes out. So gur prasad, prasad is an offering that is sweet to your heart. So this is the quality of the divine, how you're touched by the divine, you're blessed, you're blessed by the sweetness of the divine that is provided by the oneness. So Ekonkar, this is all is one, is this very strong affirmation that there cannot be two, there cannot be chaos, there cannot be dissonance, as ultimately the order is regulating everything from above or below or beyond. So Ekonkar Sadguru Prasad. So what we do a Gyan Mudra, very simple Gyan Mudra, but we put the 3 fingers, the right hand into the left, and the top of the mudra, the Gyan, touch each other. So it goes like this. It makes this mudra very simple, and you bring this in front of your heart. Very simple, no big deal, no fight. Yeah? And then we will go with singing this mantra, Ekonkar, Sadguru Prasad, Ekonkar. So let's do this 3 minutes just, but in practice, you can go up to 15 minutes, 16 minutes. Yeah? So let's start. And then you can, of course, meditate on all the obstacles you can identify within yourself, within your first circle around you, with your friends, family, and close people. And then you expand the circle and see how many obstacles there are in your reach, and just bring them in this meditation and let them dissolve. That's the idea. We contribute to dissolve what creates separation. Here we go. Let's connect with everyone on the screen, everyone around the planet who practice Kundalini Yoga with a pure heart. And let's connect our spirit together. In consciousness, think of somebody you know that is also sharing practice and the spirit. Sadguru Prasad, Ekonkar, Ekonkar, Sadguru Prasad, Ekonkar. Sadguru Prasad, Ekonkar, Ekonkar, Sadguru Prasad, Ekonkar. Ekonkar, Sadguru Prasad, Ekonkar. Ekonkar, Sadguru Prasad, Ekonkar. Ekonkar, Sadguru Prasad, Ekonkar. Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ekonkar. Ekonkar, Sadguru Prasad, Ekonkar. Ekonkar, Sadguru Prasad, Ekonkar. Ekonkar, Sadguru Prasad, Ekonkar. Ek Omkar Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar. Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar. Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar. Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar. Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar. Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar. Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar. Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar. Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar. Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, 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 Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar. Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar, Sadguru Prasad, Sadguru Prasad, Ek Omkar. Inhale deep. And then at the moment of exhaling, you just release. Release any tension, any sense of resistance. So the tape goes 16 minutes and you can practice 16 minutes. That meditation is so important because that's the first priority, is just free the path. No obstacle, no resistance. Open yourself to go for it. The second is, on this path, I will call on the Mahakali. In the Kali Yuga, it says that this feminine energy will come through the shape of Kali Ma and bring back the order, the clarity, the harmony between everyone. So I choose this. So the posture would be sitting on your heels and the hands on the floor in front of you or just next to your knees. So you're like a sphinx a little bit, yeah? And the head is up. And it's a Om Dom Durgaye Namaha, Om Dom Durgaye Namaha, and Om Mata, Om Kali, Om Durga. So we're going to try this one together. You can sit on your heels, bring the hands on the floor, and just close your eyes. We'll do it only 3 minutes today, just for give you a taste of how nice it is. And tomorrow morning, you can do a full practice. So here we go. Close your eyes and open to this unlimited feminine power to bring back harmony in the midst of confusion. Namaha. Om Dom Durgaye Namaha.
Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha.
Om Dom Durgaye Namaha. Om Dom Durgaye Namaha.
Om Mata, Om Kali, Om Durga.
Om Durga.
Om Mata, Om Kali, Om Durga. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha.
Om Dom Durgaye Namaha. Om Dom Durgaye Namaha.
Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Mata, Om Kali, Om Durga. Om Mata, Om Kali, Om Durga. Om Mata, Om Kali, Om Durga. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. 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 Om Mata, Om Kali, Om Durga.
Inhale. Exhale. So you feel this connection with Ma Kali and the divine feminine energy bringing back harmony through the confusion, through the chaos. And we can do this 14 minutes. And then we move to Om Namo Gurudev, Namo Gurudev, Namo Gurudeva. So this was given as a remedy against Shaktipat, the doubting period. We are so influenced by the environment that we end up by even doubting why to have a spiritual life at all if this is all turning so badly. So just destroy any doubt and call for baraka. When we call and connect to the source, then directly you are brought into this what we call intranet. You know, this is not the human matrix, the matrix of human being. This is the matrix of the whole universe. Intranet, they call it. Yeah. So this is regulate, and through this, the flow of baraka is flowing. This baraka is a love of God that come to you and give you gift like the Santa Claus. It's the same. This surprise after surprise, miracle after miracle, this incredible coincidence you attract. So let's sing and call for that. So we bring our hands together, bring the forearm before us a little bit 60 degrees like this, just like a strong prayer, but we are calling for the source and connection to the source. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudeva. Here we go. So we choose this version from Mirabai, which is just pray, open up, connect to the source, to the oneness, and open your heart and be ready to receive.
Gurudeva
So exhale and just feel this connection with the source, connection to the oneness. So there's no doubt, all is one, and we are one with everyone. Next is the exaltation of Guru Ramdas. This is the Guru of the time. Actually, it was personified through the Harbhajan Singh Yogi Ji that brought us to the feet of this Guru, which is, we call it the Lord of Miracles, so it goes with the Baraka. This is the door, the portal to our personal guidance, and then each of us have an access to be guided if we connect through this universal Guru. So it can manifest in so many ways, but as you connect to the golden chain, as you connect to this Kundalini, you cannot just now claim that you are lost. You are guided, you just need to ask. So this is our attitude, Guru Ramdas. Hail, hail Guru Ramdas. Heal us, heal the way, heal the planet, and bring us back from chaos to harmony through rebirthing, through the victory and exaltation of our heart. This is the master of the heart center. So we're going to bring our hands together like we have a good deal with the Guru. The Guru is now my shelter and my supporter. So I've done a good deal with him. He's never going to drop me. Yeah, that is the certitude, the absolute certitude that I'm guided. I will find my way. It doesn't matter what. Guru, Guru, Waheguru, Guru Ramdas Guru. So also in the NAD, so we choose the version of Tat Kiran, that is open your heart and go for it. So heal me and heal the world. Exhale. And the last one is the Ardas Bai, is the attitude of prayer that we already know the outcome, where we are going is a fantastic, amazing new planet and new humanity, and we just have to let it happen. So this is the power of our prayer, that we absorb all the suffering, we suck it, we bring it into ourselves, transform it, and bring this light uncompromised, with no doubt, bring back this golden light to the whole planet, to everyone. So Ardas Bai, Amadas Guru, Amadas Guru, Ardas Bai. And the posture is just cross the right forearm over the left one. So we are totally passive. We're just watching the will of God operating for us and in our best interest. And we contribute by sucking the despair, the people who lost hope and life, and just take all these dark clouds and suck it, transform. That the first one who did this is Shiva. He sucked the poison so we can all drink Amrit. So be a teacher, be the same. Take the darkness and transform through your system and produce light. Yeah. So Ardas Bai. This is our last practice. So that will make 5 meditation you can do in the morning. They are just an amazing combination. So here we go.
Ardas Bai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Bai, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sai, Ardas Bai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Bai, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sai, Ardas Bai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Bai, Ramdas Guru Sachi Sai Ardas Pai Amardas Guru Amardas Guru Ardas Pai Ramdas Guru Ramdas Guru Ramdas Guru Sachi Sai Ardas Pai Amardas Guru Amardas Guru Ardas Pai Ramdas Guru Ramdas Guru Ramdas Guru Sachi Sai Ardas Pai Amardas Guru Amardas Guru Ardas Pai Ramdas Guru Ramdas Guru Ramdas Guru Sachi Sai Ardas Pai Amardas Guru Amardas Guru Ardas Pai Ramdas Guru Ramdas Guru Ramdas Guru
Sai. Inhale deep and exhale. So I suppose in our meeting this evening were many, many teachers. I mean, I don't even dare to ask how many teachers are here. Many, many. So you are more than welcome, and I think you represent all your pupils, all your crowd, and I think you are now in between somebody who can amplify what we share tonight. So spread the light to your students, inspire them to join for singing at sadhana, because in this time, singing is one of the best direct access to remember who we are. Singing together, so invite even 2 people and share the sadhana together and sing together. We want to be online the whole year, everyone, isn't it? You do this? At least the teacher. be online at that time between 4 and 6, and let's vibrate, let's activate the field with our love and see how we cross. Anyway, I will meet again every month to take the pulse and share with you where you are in your practice and how we can deepen it, face the time, and keep together as one Sangha. So thank you for being here, all of you. It's incredible touching that through all these years, you taking this discipline for yourself, and that your soul is happy to continue to practice. So this is all our love we share together, and our responsibility toward the whole humanity. It's a little drop in the ocean, but you remember, one drop can change the whole ocean. So thank you, everyone. I bless you the bottom of my heart. Be consistent, courageous, and practice your love actively. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, he's still here. She's still with us. Yes, Charan Kamal. Okay. Jean-Marc, Happy New Year. Okay, I cannot see everyone, but yeah, Anna, everyone. Okay, inhale deep. Sa. Sa. Nam. Sa. Thank you, Satnam. So the sadhana singing is 1 hour. If you look at the first one, 16 minutes, the second 14, and after it goes like 999. But you have a little interruption between, so altogether it's 1 hour for singing. Enjoy. Bye-bye. Satnam. Yes. Oh, Elizabeth. Hello. Emeline. Wow. 4 corners of the whole planet. Tatiana. Okay, now we go. Good night, good evening, good morning, depend where you are.